Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'd like to inform you there is two occasions here. One is press conference on the MoU between MACC and Malaysian Academy. And second is on I would like to introduce you with the newly appointed of the first meeting. Actually, we just now 11 to 12. We have the first meeting for the International Advisory Board member for MACA, or Malaysian Anti-Corruption Academy. So we start with the PC on the MoU between MACC and the Anti-Corruption Academy. I invite Martin to start.
Thank you very much, dear ladies and gentlemen and representatives of the media. The International Anti-Corruption Academy is an intergovernmental organization with, as of now, 61 member countries from all corners of this globe. It is an institution that has set its goal to empower professionals of all sectors, actually all sectors of society that work in the anti-corruption arena. And for that very reason, it was quite important for us from stage one to engage with those practitioners. And you may recall, and it was mentioned before, that we for that reason signed memoranda of understanding and also exchanged letters with practitioners. So the International Association of Anti-Corruption Authorities, or the European Network of Anti-Corruption Authorities, along also with Malaysia, was among the first that we did so in 2010. To be more precise, I think it's quite obvious, and it is also reflected in all international conventions and frameworks, at the foremost, of course, also in the United Nations Convention Against Corruption, that criminalization is one piece of our fight against corruption. On the other hand, it is common knowledge among experts that we also need to engage in preventional work, educational work, and international cooperation. There is no need that we all reinvent the wheel ourselves, but we can learn from others. We can learn by sharing best practices. We can learn also by this knowledge transfer. And ultimately also, let's be frank, we can also learn by failures of others. And this was a reason that we outreached to relevant partners and stakeholders internationally, and therefore it gives me great pleasure also to have our cooperation with Malaysia, with the MACC and MACA now even enhanced by the signing of this memorandum of understanding. Maybe a few words also to the master's program, the master program in international anti-corruption studies. This is a truly international program, a truly interdisciplinary program. Again, I'm a lawyer by profession. At the same time, I always keep arguing we not only need the lawyers on board, but we also need other disciplines on board in fighting and preventing corruption. Be it sociology, be it psychology, be it economics, political sciences, and so on and so forth. So also in the master's program, this notion is reflected by having different modules. Altogether is 7 modules in the course. One module, for example, on the general ideas, on the contextualization of corruption, also in the history of ideas with regard to corruption and anti-corruption, and another module on corruption and the law, corruption and economics, and now I come to Malaysia. One module, of course, will also concentrate on enforcement. And it gives me great pleasure that Malaysia is a strong partner in this module, where we will discuss with the participants, again, participants which are already practitioners themselves, different notions, different models, different best practices, but also academic backgrounds with regard to the enforcement of anti-corruption strategies and measurements. Again, I'm grateful of being here. Again, I'm grateful of having MACA and MACC and Malaysia as such as a strong partner in this truly international endeavor of fighting and preventing corruption.
Thank you, Martin. Is there any question on the MoU between MACA and MACA?
So, sir, how do you view our Prime Minister in giving, supporting and commitment the event?
I'm not going, of course, to judge national politics, but at the same time I think he, again, by stressing the international perspective and by again also enhancing this international cooperation, in my understanding this is just a commitment of Malaysia to engage in this international endeavor. So from our perspective, any kind of international cooperation needs to be supported, and this of course does not only apply to Malaysia, but this is our common understanding and our common engagement in the international fight against corruption.